first time since the U.S. forces invaded Afghanistan back in 2001, the Taliban is now fully in charge of that country. Oh, maybe not the airport, but wait for it. It didn't take them months. It didn't take them years. It just took a couple of days. Last week, we were talking about 30 to 60 days. Now, we're talking about desperate rescues. From Zagreb, Croatia, I'm joined now by reporter and author Carmen Gentil. Carmen was conducting an interview in country in Afghanistan in 2010 when he took on fire from the Taliban, an explosion, and he lost his eye and very nearly lost his life in a Taliban ambush. He went back to Afghanistan the following year and then went back to Afghanistan many times thereafter. He's kind enough to join me tonight. Carmen, we're seeing some of the video of the injury that you sustained when you lost your eye as a war correspondent in Afghanistan. You're one of tens of thousands who were injured in Afghanistan, and I can only imagine watching the coverage today what you must be feeling. Can you describe it for us?
It's a nonstop gut punch, just having to know that my friends on the ground there are suffering so much, running for their lives, wondering what they're going to do day to day, whether they're going to be able to survive this, when the next knock on the door is going to be from the Taliban to take them away, to take away their wives, their children. It's nothing that you could possibly imagine in your worst dreams is happening right now. This would happen to me. This is nothing. This is a kiss on the cheek. What they're going to do to the Afghan people, particularly to the women and the children, is beyond comprehension, and we should all be ashamed for what's happening right now.
So I'm going to dovetail off what you just said, that we should all be ashamed. Will we be? Will Americans care after, hopefully, the Americans that are still there can be rescued from wherever they are sheltering in place in Kabul tonight? Will Americans care about the plight of those people who were so frightened they chose to hang on to a military cargo plane on takeoff on the tarmac?
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to watch. It's heartbreaking to consider that so many Americans aren't moved by these photos, aren't outraged by these images of people clinging to the side of an airplane for life because it's their only hope to live another day, because what they have facing back at home is certain death or torture or things even beyond your comprehension. I don't know.
There were pictures, Carmen. I don't know if you
humanity.
I don't know if you saw the pictures even before then. There were women and children running across the tarmac with that, I think it's a C-17, if I'm not mistaken, with it just, 50 to 100 yards away, barreling towards them, women and children running across the tarmac. I mean, just to think about how frightened we'd be if they were running across I-95, but there they were running across the tarmac with a C-17 barreling towards them. Let me ask you a little bit about the comments from the president today. A lot of journalists who've been interviewed today who are still in country and some who are out of the country said that it rang very hollow to hear the president not address the core issue, that this is disastrous. This week, this month, this day is disastrous. Yes, everybody knew that we were going to have to leave sooner or later, but this way, this was a colossal American failure.
This is a failure of our values. This is a failure of our partners in Afghanistan, who, despite what President Biden said erroneously, were not fighting hard. Almost 70,000 Afghan men fighting for their country have died in uniform since the Afghan army was stood up. 70,000. Okay? Countless number of civilians have been killed. And say what you will about the efficacy of that 300,000 person strong army that put down their arms when the Taliban came. They knew what was coming. They knew because they had heard the stories already in the remote villages of what the Taliban was doing to soldiers, how they were gathering them up and not just killing them, they were mutilating them. Those stories get around to Afghanistan quicker than anything that gets on Twitter, and it goes from ear to ear, from village to village. People find out about these things, and they were frightened to death. Their American partners had abandoned them. What were they going to do? They hadn't been getting paid regularly. They weren't getting fed. I've been with the Afghan soldiers. For President Biden to say that they were as well equipped and well trained as any army in the world is disgusting. It's not the case at all. They often didn't have ammunition. They didn't have fuel for their vehicles. They slept on planks without mattresses. These guys were not given everything that they could to produce. And it wasn't all the U.S.'s fault. There's a lot of corruption in Afghanistan. We would give money to the Ministry of Defense, and the Ministry of Defense would take their bit, and then it would finally trickle down, and sometimes there wasn't any money left for those soldiers that were patrolling and fighting and dying in remote corners of Afghanistan. But to say that those men were not fighting for their country is an insult. I'm ashamed.
Well, and at some point, I have to say I was there for I call it the first turban turn, when the Taliban took their black turbans off and put white turbans on and just melted into the environment with everyone else. And I dare say that many of them have just dusted them off and put the black turbans back on. And the white turbans are, waiting for the next round, because it just keeps cycling in Afghanistan. Carmen Gentile, it's good to talk to you. Thank you for the work you've done. Thank you for your bravery as well. And thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.